between these two teams. And, you know, these two teams are definitely, for a lot of people around, the top teams in the region, and maybe not the best start for Secret, but we do have some quick words from Celery to talk about who he thinks is the best team in the region and who he wants to beat this year.
If there's one team we're a bit nervous about facing, it has to be Team Secret. Because they have Boom now. We parted ways with Boom. We decided it would be better for us and for him if we parted. I feel like he's going to be a better player if he gets a new environment. So now he has the new environment, and I think he'll be a better player. So it's not a good thing that it's in Europe. But at the same time, we're still friends with him. I'm happy he got a new team. But we're a bit nervous about this matchup. Might be a bit rough.
Interesting words coming out there, and it seems like, you know, mutual parting of ways, which is always nice. Sometimes you see, you know, pizzas getting involved and everything like that.
They're still friends, but no better feeling than beating your friends in Dota.
Yeah, exactly. You want to be able to have that moment where you can shine against your teammate, or maybe even the other way around. They want to shine against you. You know, it happens, I think, all over in, you know, you see it in sports too, where you go up against your old team, and what's the biggest thing on your mind? Winning and destroying them.
I think Boom had a much more like relaxed environment when it comes down to him playing with the Gaimin Gladiators in Team Secret. You know, they just finished the second at TI. Puppy's always known to like have a strong leadership, and you know that they deliver as a team. So sometimes fitting in for Team Secret members might take like slightly longer than in some other teams. But I'm sure Boom, with the capacity of the player that he is, he's going to do just as fine.
Yeah, it will be interesting to see how he progresses with this team. You know, it doesn't always click in a day. What's that saying? Rome wasn't built in a day, and some of these teams certainly aren't going to be built within just one day. And it really comes down to maybe even getting in these backstretch of games. You know, Secret's already gone through 2 series, so the work is there. The games, the data is starting to build up, and with time, you can see these teams start to do better and better and click more and more together, for sure.
Yeah, they definitely need a W in this one, because right now Team Secret is sitting at 0-2. They need this victory. They've been very slow at the start of the previous DPC, Tour 1, Tour 2 as well, and kind of a same mentality. Team Secret just ramps up at the end of the tour/season. So looking at the lanes, the ratio, but yeah, looking at how Team Secret, 233 on them, 155 by esportsbet.io. So Gaimin Gladiators still heavily favored, I would say, in this matchup.
Yeah, they seem to be the favorites due to the odds, but we'll see how it comes out. This region is always been talked about how close a lot of these teams really are. So we'll see if the odds reflect that, as top lane Tofu getting low. One more right click needed. Crystallis will draw first blood, taking Tofu to the grave.
Yeah, I was also watching the bottom lane. This is a strong lane, and I think Crystal is one of the players that does a lot when he is ahead. He sometimes does struggle when playing from behind, but if he's ahead, he's going to be all over the place. And speaking of playing ahead, never mind, Celery getting caught inside the cogs.
And needs to be careful. Battery assault's on him. Resolution wasn't exactly over there immediately to help out. Throws a Crypt Swarm now. Spirit Siphon onto Ratio. Slark getting into the trees, and the tether back over to the Slark, so we'll stay safe for now, but we'll see if it gets a little bit more difficult as the lane kind of moves on. And now we're taking a look up here top, and the Nature's Prophet, we've seen in multiple positions, but definitely when it was picked up, it kind of screamed ace, right, with the way he plays on this team.
This is going to be like a very popular pick. We've seen a lot of carry Nature's Prophet coming out in Chinese DPC. In Europe, we've seen him played mostly on the off lane. Zai showed some really cool build coming out from Aghanim Scepter and the Shard. This time around, Ace seems to be going for a bit of a different build, more right-click oriented, with the Witchblade and Power Treads in his quick buy. It's a lot of harassment coming out from Zai. He's still level 2, so Battery Assault not as powerful, but Resolution is level 3, which means 2 points in Spirit Siphon.
Yeah, they kind of need to be careful about their positioning now. Resolution more so focused on grabbing the CS in the early goings of this one, but I could definitely see when they both hit 3 or even Rezo hitting 4, kills opportunity, or the kill opportunity being available to them in this bottom lane, and Zayat's actually going towards mid, helps secure that 4-minute rune. The water rune's coming out.
Boom did not go for bottle. He is playing sniper after all, so they want to take away any bottle refills. So Quinn is not going to have anything, and he also picked Zayat, that is, picked up the bounty rune, so nothing for Quinn unless he wants to invade enemy jungle and pick up a bounty rune that is still sitting there.
It's certainly a far walk to go that way, and you miss a wave or two. Going all the way up there to the bounty rune could be a little bit more detrimental than it is beneficial for him with filling up that bottle. And CS-wise, Boom's doing a good job thus far. 22 and 11.
He has a lot of denies. This is the build on Sniper where you're focusing on heavy right-click, not going for shrapnel, so you know there's going to be more denies coming out from him. Power Tread's already available. Very difficult to get on top of Sniper. Sniper picked as a counter to Leshrac. We've seen this quite a lot during the previous TI, and I think it's very efficient. So looking at both of these drafts in general, they have a more global presence. Gaimin Gladiators relocate into Nature's Prophet TP, and then you have Clockwork initiating with the hook shot, and also Dawnbreaker with her ulti.
Solar Guardian could be difficult to plan against, and sometimes it feels like teams are lacking the damage when that goes down. But Celery, again, just getting pushed away with the Spirit Siphon and a battery assault from the two heroes over towards bottom. But things staying relatively quiet other than that first blood for the moment, and we switch it over to the net worth to see, at least right now, Ace, he's leading the charge.
Yeah, something that Bane does struggle against. Heroes like Bane, Oracle, Enchantress, any kind of summons, Enigma, Nature's Prophet, Lycan, you can't really deal well because you're single targeted. There's Celestial Hammer, you do have Starbreaker, but it's not enough. You need to have constant mana spam with your Dawnbreaker, and he's going for the Soul Ring, a bit low on mana. It does. They're also very low on regen on the top lane, but yeah, this hero. These two heroes paired up together, Leshrac and Io. We've seen so much from these two last DPC season, where they played together. You get the mana boots, and now Leshrac almost even has more than 50% mana just by one usage of the mana boots with Celery.
Yeah, so over there, mana boots usage, not getting that bottle refill. Boom again denying the rune. This time it was a regen rune he ended up getting and denying. So still the presence from Secret over mid is certainly felt, and you could see that with the net worth discrepancy coming through for Boom over Quinn for the moment. A couple of bounty runes picked up by Puppy up in the top lane. They backed up for that, and we talked about maybe Quinn going that way, but there's just no way for him to really reliably get across and feel that great about doing so, and you can see the difference in gold earned. It's only a 425, but still. It can start to expand, and you can see a bit of a chunk of gold difference as the game goes on.
Slark is very low level. He's about to hit level 5, and every single time Zayat uses Battery Assault, he needs to fall back. That Prophet already level 5.5, so if they make one mistake, if he misuses the pounds, gets caught with Power Cogs or Battery Assault, like this Death Prophet with level 6 and the Catapult, they could potentially put some damage onto tower. Zayat should stay slightly away from the XP range, so that Death Prophet gets that earlier level 6.
And if they take that tower down bottom, what do you do if you're Gaimin Gladiators? It puts you in such a rough position to get your Slark some farm, right? You've got a pretty greedy core lineup.
Yeah, you do. I mean, Nature's Prophet is going for a less greedier build. This is Witchblade, and he's about to hit level 6. Oh, Crystallis connects with a stun.
Yeah, top lane in some trouble. Sprout comes out on the Puppy, but he's got the Nightmare. This should set up for a kill, but Tofu helping out with the Avalanche to stop that from being secured.
Let's see who's going to use the better global ability first, because you have Dawnbreaker just hitting level 6. Ace needs another creep wave to get there. So I feel like Dyrachyo is going to be the one going down. They do have Dawnbreaker, you have set up with the cogs, and let's see. Okay, he's already probably going down here.
Boy.
Misused that pounce, as I said.
Exorcism gets him. So Resolution getting the kill, and then they should just go to the tower, right?
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of damage into the tower. And Quinn, thinking about rotating bottom, he does have a haste. This could be Slightly tricky for Team Secret, but they already know. They have this observer ward near the river that is scouting things out. It's scouted movement from Quinn, but at least they're going to defend the tower. And looking at Quinn on camera, he looks, you know, same as he always does. Not too much emotions on him. You know that he's in the zone. He's ready to play. I was also thinking, why... I'll hold that thought. Top lane.
Yeah, Ace getting a little low. Wrath of Nature thrown out, and that's to help out bottom. They go after Zayats, and the Wrath of Nature is going to take out that Clockwork, and now one canceled. They'll keep one going down towards bottom, and that's going to be Puppey making the rotation as Ace running away from the Celestial Hammer thrown over and TPing back to base.
Good rotation. Quinn with that haste wants to make something else happen. This is a pretty big kill if he can get it, but also another ward from Team Secrets cutting the rotation. These early wards, providing them with the info. This could have been easily like triple kill for Gaimin Gladiators if they did not have those wards up.
Yeah, that's... I like this ward over here. This one in the top lane. Get some interesting vision, and now, ooh, Puppey, boom, coming over. Quinn, well, he's here with the IO, but there's going to be a problem. The Solar Guardian coming down right on top of the Leshrac. Zayats gets the kill into Quinn. They'll look over at Celery. The chase is on. The Celestial Hammer is down. The tether all the way over. The Assassinate.
Smoke.
But the smoke to dodge.
Nicely done. They only lose Quinn. Very aggressive move. This is something that the Leshrac plus IO combo do, especially when they're playing Radiant. This dire triangle near the outpost is much easier to farm, so you don't have to stack for yourself. You go in, you invade, and try to steal some of their stacks.
Yeah, you want to take out those stacks and invade. Don't want to give any way of bumping up that net worth, right, and boosting yourself a little bit too out of control.
Carry's kind of struggling in this game. They're the third on net worth when it comes down. Like the off laners, extremely farmed. Same goes for the mid laners, but both safe laners having a bit of trouble finding the farm.
Got Clockwork level 6, so hook shot available. Rachu finally hitting that 7. He's still a level behind this Death Prophet, but Zayats is looking potentially to land a hook shot, cogs, and some damage out onto the Slark, where Pounce is needed to really get out of some danger.
Tofu is in vicinity, thinking about going in. One of the games where the game is very slow, something that Tiny position 4 does not like, because he doesn't get farm, he doesn't farm. He wants to be able to take the fight, so right now, Tofu, 0, 1, and 0, still needs to find an opening.
You kind of expect Tinies to rotate over, make some plays, avalanche toss, setting something up. I mean, thinking about what's going to be coming further down the line and potentially a Blink Dagger, and that seems so far in the future. And taking a look at these levels on the left, you see, boom, level 10 to Quinn's 9, but it looks like these levels, at least for the moment, favoring the side of Team Secret by just a bit.
Yeah, the Boom has been farming a lot. He did stack for himself. They also made some of the stacks for him. And seems like it's going to be just a trade of tier 1 towers on the safe lane. Dead Prophet using ulti, heavily committing. This is the build that we see on Dead Prophet these days, like 1 raid ban, sometimes even 2 raid bans. She needs to be able to tank up. It's the best out of 3. Definitely when it comes down to Bracer and the Null Talisman, and also Mech going into Guardian Greaves. So a lot of sustain coming out from these 2 heroes.
Guardian Greaves, we've talked about it seemingly every game. It just feels like that standard offlane item.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. It's not just the offlane. We see it more also coming out from 4, even 5 if they manage to get the farm. Also, Dawnbreaker ulti with her Solar Guardian. It's a good way to turn the fight. They, like, Gaimin Gladiators, they need to commit. Getting in with the Slark, with the Leshrac, putting himself in potentially a dangerous spot where Team Secret is very good at resetting, but they also have like a very good burst damage when it comes down from Sniper, who does have 3 points in headshot, Mask of Madness, pretty standard build. How's Puppey doing in terms of levels? Level 7.
Jungle over to the side. Zayats is here, but Ace making the rotation. He's got everybody for the side of Gaimin Gladiators around him, so they'll find a kill out of the Clockwork and get themselves doubled up in their kill score.
It's a lot of information that he just provided his own team with. And again, Quinn plus Celery playing together might find Puppey.
Just moseys his way into the wrong spot, he could be in trouble, but just taking out a sentry, and Quinn and Celery, they're going to back away. Bloodstone, of course, being built here for Quinn, no surprise. Feels like the standard build for Leshrac, of course. A couple of heroes that do enjoy the Bloodstone. About a handful of them.
One of the reasons why Quinn is slightly underleveled compared to Boom is he's playing with Io, so Io is taking some of his experience away. Smoke, 2 supports from Team Secret. They want to make something happen.
They have Fiend's Grip, they have Hookshot all ready to go. Try to search for something, and they're both heading over towards bottom. Meanwhile, these stacks being taken by Quinn. Talked about how those stacks, if they're not contested, are going to boost him up quite a bit, and it's exactly what they're getting out of this so far. Nobody here bottom for the side of Gaimin Gladiators, so these supports that smoked up aren't going to get their hands on anything with resolution over in the bottom lane as well. At least not for now, unless somebody comes to rotate on this tier 2, but Duraccio, he's farming the jungle. See if they get the catch. They've also got Celery nearby.
Holding the high ground for now. Zayat scouting things out with the rocket. They do have a sentry, so they know there is no vision, but seems like Gaimin Gladiators, they know where Team Secret is. Rezo popping that ulti. It's level 1 ulti, not super effective, but you also do have Sniper, who's gonna pop in some damage.
Saab spotting Zayat, and they're trying to stay in a safe spot for Hookshot.
Puppy's pinging it out. This is gonna get devorted.
And that'll keep their obs over nearby, too. So, they've got a little bit of vision behind where that tier 1 tower once stood. That Exorcism getting all the damage out onto the tower, and a lot of map control being gained here by Team Secret.
Quinn finished his Bloodstone. Time to take a fight and get some charges on the Bloodstone. Ha, jokes. Man, I missed that. You know, it was one of the items with the charges, so it kind of forced you to take the fights all the time.
You want to bring it back, the charges?
I wouldn't mind. I mean, that Bloodstone's definitely getting changed in the next patch because the item feels OP. I would not mind seeing it go back to what it was before.
Go back to charges, go back to losing charges if you die. See if Bloodstone goes that way. Speaking of charges, though, you've got Desolator coming out on the Dawnbreaker.
Bit 0 charges.
Yeah, for now. But this Deso, when we've seen this carry Dawnbreaker, a big staple of the build, and working with that Starbreaker, you can see heroes blow up.
Yeah, you also
this Deso.
You also have 2 other cores who deal heavy physical damage that profit with the ulti, Sniper with his right click, so a lot of value coming out from this Deso. It also opens up the Roche for Team Secret. I feel like Team Secret, if once they hit level 12 on that profit, they could potentially force a Roche fight with the heroes that they have. A lot of sustain with the Guardian Greaves, and the Exorcism goes up from 8 to 16, so a big damage increase. They still need like another minute for Rezo to farm that. Big camps, big stacks being farmed right now by Quinn.
Yeah, the stack game has been pretty good here for the side of Gaimin Gladiators. They continue to get their gold bolstered, and Quinn continuing to take advantage of that. Avalanche toss comes out, but Crystallis has the Solar Guardian. They'll slam it down onto Tofu. Zayat's over to the side. On the low ground, assassinate. One more right click, and Crystallis taking out that Tiny and carving him down to size.
Tofu managed to find farm to get that Blink Dagger up, and as I said, into Roach Pit they go. They just took a fight. They know that Tiny does not have a buyback. He just showed his Blink Dagger and straight into Roach Pit. This Roshan's going down super quick.
Yeah, no way to contest this. It's going to be the Aegis here for the side of Secret.
Yeah, you got to give it to Dawnbreaker, I think. But seems like Boom's getting closer. Okay. I thought maybe because he can keep the distance, does have a 4-stab for himself, and right now, the only one who can close the gap is pretty much this Tiny, and he does not have enough damage to kill him. Like, sure, you're playing against Slark, but one 4-staff can change things around. And same goes for, like, they have what? 1 4-staff on Bane, 1 on Sniper, Clockwork building 1 as well. They understand how to itemize against what Gaimin Gladiators have.
So, the game's sitting at 19 minutes, just about even.
Action-packed game.
That's what I was getting at. You know, very uncharacteristic of the region and what we've been seeing these first few days of of play inside Western Europe. So what do you think's going on in both these teams' heads? Does it have anything to do with the fact that Secret are currently starting 0-2 in the region and maybe need to be a little bit more particular in how they take these games?
I think they feel their lineup scales better when it comes down to that, so they don't necessarily need to take the fights.
Puppey.
Oh, they found Puppey.
Avalanche toss with the stun from Quinn. Ace gets credit for that kill. He'll secure it and use that Wrath of Nature. That bounced around and got the Bane.
Big objective was taken by Secret. Committed Exorcism. With the next Exorcism, they're going to start putting out some more pressure on the map. With this Aegis, they want to get the most out of it.
So it will be that level 2 on the Exorcism as well. And it could force Gaimin Gladiators into a pretty interesting spot. You've got the Echo Saber as well as the Diffusal Blade finished off on the Slark. He's quietly been getting some farm, and, you know, it's still, though, as he's quietly been getting the farm, not as much as anybody else in the game on the core slot.
Yeah, still the lowest net worth on all cores in the game. Because he was, like, Slark is one of the heroes that can easily snowball if he's fighting in the lane, but that never happened because they kind of got dominated. This Clockwork Zayats put a lot of pressure. Same goes for Dead Prophet. They see the Ratio.
Yeah, Force Staff, net, and now Nightmare. Dark Pact goes into the ulti, slows him down with a Diffusal Blade. So Puppey unable to get a Fiend's Grip onto that Slark.
They needed Zayats to find a hook shot after he used the Pounce or after he used the Dark Pact. Puppey, he's going in.
Yeah, Fiend's Grip now going to be used on the Tiny. They've got the Battery Assault to follow it up. Shrapnel on top of the Tiny, and Tofu will drop again.
Yeah. Puppey's getting a lot of levels. Level 9 Bane, 4 points in an Enfeeble. This is going to be a big one. You're playing against this Bloodstone. You know that Puppey has a couple of tricks up his sleeve. This hero was kind of forgotten, but with the healing reduction, region reduction, this hero is, I think we're going to see more of, especially you're playing with Io, who does have a mech, and you know that Celery will be partnering up with Quinn in this one. So this is a free tower for Team Secret.
And some heal with those Seeds of Serenity. So while this is all going on, while they take the tier 2 tower, it is about a 2,000 net worth lead, now dropping all the way back down to even. Wow. For Gaimin Gladiators. And just very objective-based gaming in the moment, not really seeing these big team fights at all.
You can see what Team Secret relies on. They need Exorcism, so they will be fighting every 2.5 minutes. Another 4-staff finished on Team Secret. Zayats picking up one. An interesting build coming out from Resolution, going into Mage Slayer. We've seen during TI how effective it was. It was 33 who kind of pioneered that when they were thinking about how to reduce damage from this slash track. So there was a pipe, there was a Mage Slayer, Raid Pact. Raid Pact not doing that anymore to magical damage, but let's see if they can find an opening here.
Resolution
With the Shard, Ace
on the run, Duraccio coming over, Blink, Avalanche, and now the toss. We've got the Solar Guardian coming in, but it's not going to be enough to save Resolution. Goes to the Starbreaker with the BKBB pop by Ace. Now, Crystallis is in too far away from his team. Tofu locked up thanks to the Cogs. He'll toss his team back together, and, well, now it's just a 2-for-1.
This is why I wanted to see Aegis put on Crystallis, because he's a melee hero. Sniper is going to keep the distance, and they need that front line. Clockwork, you know, can soak up so much damage. Bane, that Prophet, she thought she was tanky, but the good toss back kind of getting her out of the Solar Guardian, and then Dawnbreaker was out of position. So overall, pretty big trade for Gaimin Gladiators.
How do you feel about the Curse of the Old Growth, that shard?
It's a good shard. It's an interesting shard. It's not what we're going to see picked up from the safe lane. It's mostly going to be from the off lane. It's a good damage. It also shows the heroes in fog. It's quite interesting. I'm glad that we removed the one that spawned the Greater Treants, kind of made Nature's Prophet very annoying to play against, and also like you need to have a... You can't get out of the Sprout, so glad we removed that.
And just added Leash to Sprout anyway.
Yeah.
So 4K lead here for Gaimin Gladiators and Secret. You know, it feels like they're doing everything right when it comes to getting the objectives, but we can see there's a little bit to be desired when it comes to their team fighting. Maybe that fight a little bit too split for them. Force staff into the Fiend's Grip. Look at the damage coming through onto Ace. Zayats gets credit for the kill with the, I think, last-second Rocket Flare steal.
With the secure, you mean?
Yeah, sorry, securing Rocket Flare.
Sniper had double damage, still a couple of seconds left on it, and there should be a tier 1 tower for Team Secret. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, they found Dead Prophet.
Yeah, again, Solar Guardian. Oh, Resolution! Not gonna survive. Quinn's got the damage. The hookshot comes in, but with the mech, Celery able to survive and get the tether off onto Quinn. So never in doubt there for the IO. Blink Avalanche as well as the toss. It's right into the hands of Quinn again. Celestial Hammer thrown down. That'll pull back in just a second. All the way back all over towards Crystallis.
Crystallis thought they'd have enough damage. He's out of mana.
And no mana left here for Zayat, so he'll drop his Doraccio once more with that Ags, having those 2 pounces.
This is where Slark is going to shine. He's ready to go in. 2 pounce charges, as you said. And what is he bringing? It's going to be a Mage Slayer, so... yeah, bit of a damage reduction makes Slark more tanky. Also, if he decides to pick up Shard as his next item, this is going to be a good way of dealing with the Bane, against the Dead Prophet ulti as well, hiding people underneath the shadows and allowing them to reset. But yeah, in that previous fight, Crystallis, thinking that Celery is already dead, uses his hammer to get out of the cogs, picks up the haste rune, comes back to a fight. But with that mech on Celery, he's relatively tanky.
Yeah, so Celery surviving, and he is, known as Bond. James Bond, 0, and 7, 00 agent, ready to go. As he's also looking for the shard to upgrade that overcharge.
It's a good boost of spell amplification for Leshrac and giving that spell lifesteal as well. Not as effective, since again you're playing against Bane, but Enfeeble needs to be cast. Cast range is pretty good, so Bane can't stay away. It's 1100 and it's a 7-second cooldown. Difficult task sometimes is staying alive with Bane. Items are starting to pile up on Quinn. Blink Dagger, Kaya Sanj done, has a casual plate mail. This plate mail gives them like the triple value. All 3 cores inside of Team Secret deal physical damage. There's some magical as well, but mostly physical is what you're going to be afraid of.
Pounce leashing, Starbreaker used by Crystallis, but Dark Pact and a pounce away.
And also another tool of closing the gap against this sniper. We see more Blink Daggers being picked up, 2 charges on pounce from Slark. They found Zayat.
Yeah, Avalanche tops into the stun from Quinn, but the Solar Guardian, they've got some damage coming through with the Starbreaker being used. They're going to go after Celery. They'll get the kill into the IO. He'll buy back immediately. The Bloodstones pop. Zayat ends up going down to Ace. Ace is on the backlines with the BKB, but Resolution going in with this Exorcism, focusing his attention on Quinn as well as Celery, but doesn't land the silence. Now they've got the Fiend's Grip. It's on the Slark, but the Dark Pact goes off, so he's out of there. Fiend's Grip not going to work for him. Resolution needs to be careful. He's locked up, killed off, and gone. Quinn taking out this Death Prophet during the Exorcism, and they've got themselves a killing spree on the Leshrac, and it's looking like they're going to take advantage and kind of take over this area while waiting for Roche to respawn.
Now you will get some D-wards waiting for Roshan. Big fight for Gaimin Gladiators. Oh, Ace, he's on chase.
Oh, Avalanche and Puppy on the run. Boom now. Goes invis and gets away. They got the kill on a Crystallis. That was Ace getting that one on the Dawnbreaker. Puppy on the run, but Dark Pact takes the Puppy to the pound.
Whenever Team Secret uses Solar Guardian and Exorcism, they have... like, Gaimin Gladiators lineup does not rely on any cooldowns to play. Like, they can reset multiple times, and they're still chasing.
See if they can find anybody over here. Zayat's in an interesting position. This is Ob's giving them all the vision that they want. And now 4 staff, but 2 pounces better than 1. Hook shot onto 2. Quinn's going in. They've got the cogs, but Quinn chasing. Boom, all the way up out of the high ground. This might be a good position for him to put out some damage, but instead just running all the way back, giving up on saving this Clockwork, and Resolution not committing to going in.
The ward game has been on point for Team Secret after 10-minute mark, like even before providing vision, so they did not get ganked, and now Gaimin Gladiators, this Observer ward, allowing Slark to get a pounce, sacrificing Clockwork. Let's see how many wards
17 placed there for Puppey, 5 destroyed.
Dire are scanning.
Yeah, Slark destroyed 8 wards, if I'm not mistaken, if I saw that correctly. So that's pretty nice. I mean, the de-warding tool that this hero has is pretty insane. And now inside the Roche pit they go. This is Aegis plus Shard. So Shard, Slark doesn't have it, so he will be the one picking it up. Rocket scouted him. Tofu already in a position to break the smoke.
Try and block the hook shot, and you can see Celery's there as well. They've got the toss. Ooh, Puppey's into the pit. They get the Aegis. It's going to be on the Ace, so now they'll get the kill onto the Bane, but the right clicks again from Boom. Not feeling like enough. Hook shot comes in, hits on a Tofu. Cogs pushing him away, so that's going to give them time to get the damage out onto the Tiny and kill him off. But the pounce, it leashes Boom. Boom on the run once again. The Nightmare comes in. He doesn't have the Dark Pact on Duraccio. Now the Fiends grip the Solar Guardian. The right click damage. The Sark in trouble to get the kill on Duraccio.
Almost gets out.
They got the kill into the Sark, but they're going to lose Ziots. Resolution on the run. They'll take the Aegis out of the hands of Ace. They're right on top of him, looking ready to go. But here comes Quinn. Quinn in on the back lines, looking over at Resolution, but doesn't have the damage to get the kill. Quinn in too far. They'll take out the Shrek. They'll look over at Ace. He'll pop the BKB and TP out. Celery will also escape, but not the great fight that Gaimin Gladiators were hoping for post-Aegis pickup.
If that relocate came in half a second earlier, they would be able to come back into the fight with that reload, save the Slark. Some good positioning coming out from Boom in this fight. He was untouched, sitting on the top of the hill all the time, and nicely done by Puppet. This time around, Slark was not awakened by any of his teammates, so he gets the Nightmare into full duration, Fiend's Grip into Solar Guardian. Immediate buyback coming out from Puppey, and Resolution, like, he's the one who's dealing a ton of damage here with the Exorcism. Like, you gotta respect that damage.
Yeah, moving forward, they did have the lockdown thanks to Ziots and Duraccio going up onto the steps, and he is away from his team, so far away from his team, and you can see the relocate.
It was so close, like, that's 0.2 seconds.
So close, but so far, and well, now Quinn just diving into 4 heroes.
He got peeped. He got peeped by Sniper, was not able to close the gap, and you can see Deso plus the right clicks from Sniper. It's way too much, and now we have an even game. Even though it's a 9k gold lead for Gaimin Gladiators, you can still see that Team Secret is ready to fight back.
Yeah, finding the right positioning is going to be key here for Team Secret, as was evident in that last fight. So, you know, it'll be interesting to see how Secret choose to try and fight as the game goes on, and being down by 10k is an item here or there, and it can be a big change. But if Secret, again, like I said, find the right positioning, feels all but even, right?
Level 20 on Nature's Prophet, 100% miss chance for Sprouted units. That's a big one. This is a, a huge one when you play against Sniper. He does have still a Quelling Blade in his backpack, might decide to swap in when he sees that there is that talent on Nature's Prophet, but he also does have a Hurricane Pike going into Grenade next, and a BKB. Double damage. Team Secret would love to use this one, but he got scouted.
Both 20 talents for Nature's Prophet feel so strong.
Yeah, it's one of those where you like, oh, am I playing against some of the spirits? Do I need a leash mechanic? Or I'm playing against the heavy right click?
Is there any other hero that their level 20 talents
are
just
so powerful? I don't think so.
Powerful like that? Yeah, feels like he's probably one of the best when it comes to that question. Ace, meanwhile, sitting top of the net worth, and we've talked about the style of play that Ace has, and that we really did see that he was going to be playing that Nature's Prophet in the draft early on, and you know, he's taken advantage, and it wasn't exactly the greediest build going into the Witchblade initially, but he has found a lot of farm around the map.
Same goes for, I would say, even every Nature's Prophet we see in professional games, where this hero just flash farms, has global presence, so he's going to be in a lot of those fights. Wrath of Nature, ton of damage, and the build, like all the items that he builds right now, feel very powerful, especially Gleipnir.
Yeah, Gleipnir has been important in these exchanges. The lockdown certainly needed as bottom lane. They've got the pounce. They'll leash him up. They'll get the kill on the Ziots. They'll bring a couple more heroes down here with Ace rotating over. So 12k lead for Gaimin Gladiators, and they find a pretty easy pickoff. Crystallis going into the AC. He's got 8-second BKB, Blink Dagger, Deso with that shard, giving that extra bit of magic immunity when it comes to the Starbreaker.
Seems like they're giving up on this tower. Ace, right-click damage. Oof, that's difficult to defend.
Ooh, Rezo forced to pop the BKB. Here comes Ace. They're staying on this Death Prophet. They've got a Bane coming in, but right into the Glade here. That's a big issue. Solar Guardian comes down, but Tofu with the Blink as well as the Avalanche toss to get the kill on a Puppy. They'll look over as the Starbreaker hits on a Tofu. The Celestial Hammer's placed down, but it's not going to do anything. They get the kill on a Resolution. They'll take it a second without buyback. Boom now on the run, but they've got a sentry down there. Here goes another sentry. Dyrachyo trying to get the vision on a Boom. They've got Quinn right here on this sniper, and boom, he'll explode. Dyrachyo getting the kill onto the sniper. They've got 3 dead with no buyback, and Gaimin Gladiators taking advantage of the aggression that they're able to push on a Secret.
Pay attention. Dyrachyo holding on to sentries throughout the whole game, having the most D-wards, and now holding on to Dust. He understands that he needs to be the one finding that sniper, forcing him to use a BKB, use a Force Staff, and then jumping in with this second pounce.
Have Queen right there with them. These towers are going to melt, and they do not have these 3 heroes respawning anytime soon.
This is going to be 2 set of barracks. That Prophet respawning doesn't provide you with much if she does not have Exorcism. There's still a tier 2 tower on the top, so they can't go for Megas. Sniper will be back in 20. Gaimin Gladiators, they got what they came for.
Really just taking advantage of every aspect of the game right now. Just extending that lead to 22,000, and Secret just don't have any answers. They were able to punch back in the fight before, but that one, once it started and Rezo was on the run back with BKB going down so soon, I don't know what you do at that point. Would they have, I guess in retrospect, it's a little bit easier to see, but let Rezo die and just kind of hold off on the fight?
You commit. Once you use Exo, you need to take the fight. Because without Exo, your damage is very limited. And Ace, once again, going for the tower. Can we see the number of D-wards this game again? To see how many Dyrachyo got? He's also the one placing Observer wards around the map.
That's pretty insane. 11, and he's destroyed 5.
Okay.
So they've destroyed 13 or 14 around the map. Quick math. Maybe not that great. But 14 wards, they're starting to, they clean up the vision. They make sure that, of course, we talked about it earlier. Secret, it felt like they had the advantage with the vision that they were placing.
At the start, yes. Yeah. But once Slart kicks in, and he's still holding on to 2 sentry wards that he bought for himself.
Carries in pubs, take notes. You can buy your own sentries.
Next Rosh will potentially respawn in less than 30 seconds. Team Secret, they need to take that fight. They need fight like they had before when Gaimin Gladiators picked up that Aegis. They need good positioning from Sniper. They need to save that Prophet with the Force Staffs, maybe with the Nightmare, but it's gonna be a bit more difficult. There's Quinn on his signature hero. Overwhelming Blink, blinking inside. And I don't think he cares too much. He can also get outside of the trouble with the Ogre Seal Totem, which he just sent back. Never mind. Thank you, Quinn, for making me look stupid.
Rare occurrence.
Okay, Flicker, that's a better way. He can get outside of the silence if needed. He can dispel the big one. I think this is a huge one, Dispelling Enfeeble.
They're bringing the fight to them, and they've got the Avalanche coming out from Tofu. The silence hitting only onto the Tiny. They're onto the back lines. Ace already in. Look at where Boom is at. He pops the BKB. He's trying to get away. Dyrachyo trying to follow him up. They get the pounce. No, it's not going to leash, but they still got to come on a Puppy. They've got themselves the Abyssal Blade. So the lockdown Boom. Tofu with the Blink Avalanche toss. They'll get the kill onto a third. They're going to buy back on both the Sniper as well as the Bane as they take out Resolution. Crystal is on the run, but there's nowhere for him to really go. Goes to the Solar Guardian, drops down on the back lines, able to survive the aggression that was coming in. They get the kill on Dyrachyo. Boom, starting to do some damage. Ace going in with the help of Solari as well as Quinn and Tofu. They've got the Avalanche as well as the toss. They'll take out Boom. He just fought back, and that should be the game. Coming in for Gaimin Gladiators, despite the fact that they lost that Slark. They'll take the call of GG as Secret will lose Game 1 to Gaimin Gladiators, and it looked like Gaimin Gladiators looked clean all the way through.
Gaimin Gladiators understanding that whenever there's this Exorcism that is down, they can take a fight.